Wondering what makes the Apple Watch Series 8 versus Apple Watch Series 7 different? Now that Apple Watch Series 8 was announced at Apple event on September 7, we know how it compares to previous gen Apple Watch Series 7. Compared to the Apple Watch Series 7, the Apple Watch Series 8 offers two new features, a skin temperature sensor and crash detection. Yes, it also introduces low power mode, but the Apple Watch Series 7 gets that feature with a full watchOS 9 update. Otherwise, the Apple Watch Series 8 is very similar to the Apple Watch Series 7, keeping with an upgrade cycle that has been mostly incremental. While the small changes should make the best smartwatch even better, it's likely not enough for you to upgrade from last year's smartwatch to the latest one. And as always, you can check the pricing for any of these products in the description below. And if I'm able to get any discounts or coupon codes, I'll include those for you as well. Now let's get started. Apple Watch Series 8 versus Apple Watch Series 7, price and value. The Apple Watch Series 8 starts at $399 for the 41mm GPS-only model. Upgrading to the larger 45mm model takes it to $429. And adding cellular connectivity to either is an extra $100. Those prices are for the aluminum models with one of the standard watch bands. Upgrading bands or moving to the stainless steel Apple Watch can take it as high as $1,499. Unlike the Apple line, Apple just isn't offering the Series 7 anymore, so there isn't a direct discount from Apple for the previous generation watch. However, if you take a look around, you'll find the Series 7 starting as low as $329, and we've occasionally seen it dip even further, which may happen again once Series 8 is available. As you'll see in the later sections, the advantages of Series 8 aren't going to be crucial to everyone, so while at the same price, I would recommend the Series 8. If you can find the Series 7 for at least a $50 discount, it is the better value for most buyers. Winner, Apple Watch Series 7. Apple Watch Series 8 versus Apple Watch Series 7 design. The Apple Watch Series 8 and Series 7 look identical. It's the same exact build and design, down to dimensions and weight. There is no design refinement, shaved in millimeters, or different curves and angles to distinguish between the two. While both come in aluminum and stainless steel, the Series 8 misses out on the titanium build available with the Series 7, with Apple saving the premium materials for its new Watch Ultra. Of course, the same design isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's only so much you can do with a smartwatch. And unless Apple suddenly decides to buck the trend and switch to a circular dial, sticking with what works isn't a bad idea. If you upgrade from the Series 7 to the Series 8, you'll be able to use the same watch bands and cases without any problems, which wouldn't be possible if Apple had shaved even a few millimeters here and there. Like the Series 7, the Apple Watch Series 8 has a thick front crystal that makes it more resistant to cracks. You'll also get an IP6X rating for dust resistance and a WR50 water resistant rating that makes the watch swim friendly. Apple Watch Series 8 versus Apple Watch Series 7 health and tracking. Here we finally have a differentiator. Apple Watch Series 8 introduces a skin temperature sensor for the first time on Apple Watch and an improved gyroscope for crash or fall detection. Apple's primary focus on the skin temperature sensor during the announcement was related to women's health and tracking ovulation, which according to Apple is vastly improved with this temperature data. It certainly can contribute to a complete health picture for anyone, but we'll need to see how Apple fleshes that feature over time. The crash detection was something of a theme for the entire event, with the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Pro models all adopting it as well. That's pretty much it though. Otherwise, Apple Watch Series 8 and Apple Watch Series 7 feature an identical set of sensors for health tracking. Both watches feature an ECG sensor that has FDA approval to monitor your heart for signs of atrial fibrillation, a heart rhythm irregularity that can be a sign of serious health condition. Both also support basic heart rate tracking, which is helpful for health tracking and fitness tracking if you're looking to stay in a specific heart rate zone. Another notable sensor for both watches is SpO2 monitoring, which measures your blood oxygen levels. Unlike ECG, this is not FDA approved on either watch, as the reflective sensor each uses isn't as reliable as the transmissive sensors used by medical professionals. This could still be a life-saving sensor if it detects a significant drop in your SpO2 levels accompanied by other symptoms. The Apple Watch Series 8 has a narrow edge, but that extra skin sensor and sensor won't be crucial to everyone, so your mileage may vary. Winner, Apple Watch Series 8. Apple Watch Series 8 versus Series 7 features. Most of the Apple Watch Series 8 versus Apple Watch Series 7 experience will be similar thanks to the release of watchOS 9. As one of the watchOS 9 supporting devices, existing Apple Watch Series 7 units will get new learning features, added sleep tracking metrics, the medication app for keeping tabs on different prescription of pills, an AFib history tool, and more. The Apple Watch Series 8 will ship with the watchOS 9. It'll see the launch of the low power mode for Apple Watch, but more on that in the battery life section. What about the features exclusive to the Apple Watch Series 8? The big upgrade in the skin temperature sensor, which is being promoted as a tool for cycle and fertility tracking. Changes to wrist temperature have been proven accurate indicators of probable ovulation. And as for crash detection, the Apple Watch Series 8 features two new motion sensors inside, along with updated gyroscopes and accelerometers. These together can sample motion 4 times faster than before, so the watch will be able to detect a crash precisely as it happens. If a car crash were to happen, the Apple Watch will automatically call emergency services and notify your emergency contacts. Apple Watch Series 8 versus Series 7 battery life. The Apple Watch Series 8 and Series 7 are both rated 18 hours of battery life with regular fitness tracking, sleep tracking, and the always-on display enabled. we're familiar with daily charging at this point, though it's been enhanced by the Apple Watch 7 fast charging feature. By stealing a setting from iPhone and iPad, the Apple Watch's new low power mode will disable certain power draining features while leaving the device still mostly usable. With low power mode, the Apple Watch can last up to 36 hours. Apple Watch Series 7 versus Series 8. Should you upgrade? If you already have the Apple Watch Series 7, there's no reason to upgrade to the Series 8, unless the temperature sensor is a must-have for your specific needs. Both watches are so similar that you don't really lose out by skipping a generation. You get the exact same design and build quality, and Apple's S7 silicon is already plenty capable. The battery life should be the same, and feature set is largely similar. The Series 7 will also get the upgrade to the watchOS 9, so even those software experiences will be the same. If you already have a Series 7, Apple does offer $150 if you trade it in for the Series 8. But even that might not be enough to make it worth the extra spend. Of course, if you've got an older Apple Watch or are jumping into Apple's wearable ecosystem for the first time, it's perfectly understandable to pick the Series 8 over the Series 7. The additions are minor, but you're still getting the Apple's best smartwatch that isn't the super pricey Apple Watch Ultra. However, if you do want to save some cash, the Series 7 is still a great buy. Apple doesn't sell the Series 7 directly anymore, but is available at a discounted price on Amazon. Otherwise, the value-focused Watch SE2 is great for anyone on a budget. Anyone that doesn't have an iPhone will obviously want to look elsewhere, as both the Series 7 and Series 8 are incompatible with Android phones. There are many great Apple Watch alternatives out there to choose from. So that wraps up our video. Hope you found this video helpful, and if so, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. Also, please feel free to leave a comment, suggestions for future videos, or questions you have, as we love getting to respond to as many of those as we can. And if you subscribe to the channel, welcome to our Legit Pick family. We've got lots of more videos coming your way. Till then, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.